no man is safe from, right? And they shall fight. This is what the scriptures say. This is what the scriptures have been saying the whole time. You see? And I ain't gonna be able to make this too long. I'm gonna just hit some points. I'm saying wrap it up. So we better turn back.
This is prophecies coming to pass. That's my title. So I was watching this video. I just started watching it. Maybe it's on my notification. Maybe minute and a half, 2 minutes. Anyway,
we better turn back to the Lord. We better turn back to the Lord. What do it say?
North Carolina 777, Part 5, beginning of sorrows, mourning, and illness, evils. But wait, there's more. Yep, there's more. The chip.
And they shall fight everyone against his brother. The love of many is waxing cold, and everybody took that damn juice. Everybody took that damn jump shot. You know what I'm saying? You had these other false Israelite groups, you know what I'm saying, tell juice, that damn Maxine Waters, that damn Okey Pokey. You niggas are simple as shit, man. But the Lord said he blinded the majority of our people. You see, it's still, that's why the water Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh shot for our leadership, man. They told us not to take that shit. All right? They told us to fit.
True that. We made it abundantly clear not to take it. These other major camps said to take it. Matter of fact, ordered them. They damn near ordered them to take it. I mean, General Yohana said you got to take it. And he was trying to get other. He was basically pushing this thing. You were scared of needles. No, we were scared of dying from that bullshit. And he didn't take it. He didn't take it. In my opinion, I'll take 4 or 5 of them bad boys.
Trust in the Lord. Have faith in the Lord. He got you, and the Lord got us. The Lord got us, man. Yo. It says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone. Let's go quick here. And they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor. They're going to tear these damn neighborhoods up, man. City against city, kingdom against kingdom. We go through this all the time. Ain't going to be nowhere safe. Ain't gonna be nowhere safe. You go into 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, said men gonna be searching their homes with the swords. So they're gonna be searching their homes with the damn swords, man, with the damn blinkies, man. Let's go here. Just go here. Just something quick. Prophecy watch before these things spring forth. The Lord had his prophets tell you of it, right? No matter of fact, hold on. Before I get there, just throw Jeremiah in there. The Lord's gonna protect his. Lord willing, we up there a hopeful number.
These are all prophetic scriptures that he's bringing out. Our focus is on these prophecies, these end time prophecies, these last 3 prophecies before the kingdom comes. The mark of the beast, nuclear destruction, Babylon being destroyed, which is nuclear destruction, deliverance. Simultaneously, we're going to be delivered. The righteous shall scarcely make it, and then the kingdom. So we got 4 prophecies, 3 prophecies before the kingdom comes.
We already know the majority of our people.
The kingdom being in the kingdom of heaven is a prophecy.
With doom and gloom. Just doom
Esau and the other nations being our slaves is prophecy.
Gloom.
Prophecy.
Yeah, false prophets. You know what I'm saying? And the people that follow them. This proverb. This is on Jeremiah 28:8. It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied. Told you what was going to happen before it even happened. Both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. And you still trying to figure out why the hell don't say we talk about what we talk about. What the fuck do we supposed to be talking about? Love? You don't see no love. But
yeah, we focus on the people that get these prophecies, not the Christians. We don't F with Christians. We don't F with Christians. We're not Captain Tazariak. We don't entertain Christians. We don't want them around. If all Christians just drop dead right now to make my year, because they're useless eaters. They have no business breathing the air that we breathe. I'm talking about these damn Christians. These old wicked, demonic, demon-filled Christians.
Every video to be about love.
By the way, let me qualify that. We are the real Christians. When I say Christian, we're talking about them antichrist.
Of their wives and all this other crap. Come on, man. We giving it to you like a TIA. You better be glad. You better thank the Lord that he sent forth men to give it to you like a TIA. They ain't sugarcoat shit. They giving you the real. That's what you want. You want the real. People homeless as shit. Jobs are being closed down by the damn day. Thought, man, shit, man. But once again, the parking lot is the new apartment. You got shit. The average person gotta have 2 damn jobs, 9-hour jobs. You get off one job 9 hours, another damn job 9 hours. Oh shit! One part of this video said,
but that's because these women, these Jake women, pride. They want to be single. They want to do their thing. They don't want to be with a man. They want to jump from. They're completely out of order. Amos 7:17. Our woman should, your wife should be a harlot in the city. So they're gonna have to humble down. And on top of that, we're gonna pick and choose what woman we like. They're gonna be on the young side.
You gotta at least be working 100 damn hours a day.
Every Israelite man supposed to have a virgin. Every woman that you had laid with is supposed to be a virgin, not something that 5 or 6 or 20 men laid with.
Yeah, we what? What? How many hours in a damn week? You gotta work 100 damn hours in a damn week to make it. Bear with me.
That's called slave wages. If you look that word up, you're getting paid, but you're basically a slave, like the Mexicans and so forth. All this guy Nero, taking these Latin tribes. They're not taking them back to the country. They're going to put them on a work camp and make them work for them, for their profits. That's what he's doing. He's not sending them back. He's setting up these detention centers. Why would you set up these detention centers if you found out that this guy is illegally not supposed to be here, and just send them back? Because they're using them for something else. And because you people don't wake up. When this destruction comes, when the ships come, you're going to be overwhelmed.
One week is equal to 168 hours.
You see that? This devil wants you to work at least 100 hours a damn week. What? It's only 168 hours every damn week, and this devil tells
That's
you
definitely slave wages. It's not that far from slavery.
The only way you're gonna make it, you gotta work. No saying 100. No saying damn hours, over a damn 100 hours, at least 100 hours a damn week. What the hell is that gonna leave you? No say what about a damn hour to sleep? These people ain't getting no sleep, man. Misery is falling upon this place too, man. But you see it, I googled it. 168 hours a damn week. No saying 168 hours a week, and this devil wants you to work at least 100 damn hours every damn week just to be able to pay damn bills. Nothing else, just bills, man. That vacation shit, that bucket list, and this most definitely ain't the time to be motherfucking traveling out of the country. You see what's going on, man. Travel out of the country you damn want to, man. All right, bear with me, cause wait, there's more. And I might have to get that second address, the 16th chapter, Lord's willing, if I got time. Like I said, this ain't gonna be nothing long though, man. St. Matthew chapter 24. Remember, before these things spring forth, we told you all, right? 7. St. Matthew 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation. Your race wars right there. And kingdom against kingdom, this nation against that nation, right? There should be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Jump down. Quick hit. All these are the beginning of sorrows. 12. And because iniquity, wickedness, sin upon sin shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Don't nobody give a damn. When this thing pop off, no one's going to give a damn. They coming in that house. They coming in that damn house. Before you females out there, you better hope you got a man inside that thing. You go look at these different countries, you know what I'm saying? The coups came up, you know what I'm saying? Destruction came up, war popped off. The women that were single the women that had husbands, you know what I'm saying? They came up with that, they deleted the husband, you know what I'm saying? They deleted the offspring, you know what I'm saying? And you already know what it was for that female, right? Look. Use your imagination. Use your imagination. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Psycho. People acting more psychotic towards each other. Wait till there's a damn blackout. When it's a blackout, what do you think people gonna do? It says, but he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel, meaning this good news of the kingdom, shall be preached and be taught in all the world by way of the internet, for a witness to all nations, because the
majority of the people have no idea that in the very, very near future, we're counting down the months, that they're going to have to get an electronic device put in their right hand or in their forehead. Most people will have it in their right hand. Not too many people, especially Jake. Jake ain't getting no. Jake ain't gonna allow you to open up his brain to put something in there. It's gonna be in the right. It's gonna be in the right hand, and if you're in another country, it's gonna be in the left hand. If you're missing the right arm, it's gonna be in your left hand. People don't realize that that's gonna be there's gonna be a global event. Everybody got to get this chip. However, which way they want to put it out there, they might say, well, if you don't get it, this disease, this virus is going to get you, so you got to get it. Plus, we don't want you going to the store unless you get it, buy and sell, because you got to get the chip. We don't know exactly how they're going to put it out there, but they are going to put it. It's going to be breaking news. We keep saying that. Another thing, people have no idea that Babylon the Great, America, will be utterly burned with fire. They're going to lose that war. The Third World War, Armageddon, the Valley of Jehoshaphat, they're going to lose that. Military people have no clue or idea that their whole U.S. military, the 5 branches of the military, it's 6 branches now, actually. But the main 4, the traditional 4 branches of the military, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, every last one of them are going over to the Middle East, and they're gonna have. We believe there's gonna be a draft. All right, and if you drafted, you're going to the Middle East. You're going to between the Euphrates to the front and the Red Sea to the back, and that's Havilah, ancient Havilah. When you go to Genesis 2, it mentions Havilah. Oh, another thing, I mentioned this yesterday. There's a term, you can look it up yourself. You don't got to take my word for it. It's called stop loss. Anybody that retired, let's say you was in the military, you became a captain or whatever, lieutenant, high ranking, sergeant or whatever rank. You retired. You retired from the military, and you've been retired for the last 25 years. Guess what? You gotta go to the Middle East. And none of you are coming back. None of you. Something's gonna happen. Maybe Trump, Nero's gonna do something to make all those nations that possess modern weaponry to go over there. Something going to happen where they're gonna cause the whole attention of the planet Earth to be on the Middle East, which we call the Levant. That area of the Levant and south of the Levant. The Levant itself, Palestine, that whole area is going to be a hot spot. But all hell is going to break loose in that one hot spot, and America is going to be totally destroyed. You tell people that, they look at you like you got 3 heads. Christians are not talking about that. How many Christians are talking about the end of the world? How many Christians are talking about the mark of the beast?
Like been scattered, right? And then shall the end come. So what time period do you think we're in right about now? All kind of people are popping up, proclaiming that they're the biblical Hebrew Israelites throughout the 4 corners of the earth. It says once that start to happen, here come the damn end. This ain't no joke. It should be a sense of urgency for the men of our nation and the women, more so the damn females, that damn weaker vessel. But it should be a sense of urgency for the men of our nation.
Our women gonna learn how to humble quick. Isaiah chapter 4 verse 1 will take place on this side. Don't listen to the IUIC. Well, I'll say this. Don't listen to the leader of IUIC, Bishop Nate, because he said the Isaiah 4 and 1 is going to take place in the kingdom. Now, Deacon Ethan, I call him Ethan, Ayathan, he said in the video, and I believe I did a video and I got it on record. He said that's talking about now. He said Isaiah 4 and 1 is a continuation of Isaiah 3. Isaiah 4 and 1 should have been the last verse in Isaiah 3. And then he said in the second verse of Isaiah 4, he said from the second verse down to the end, that's all kingdom. He said verse 1 is talking about this. That's what he said. So these guys talk about how in order they are. They're not in order, because one guy says one thing and the other guy says something else. Another thing, you had one individual from the IUIC did a Isaiah 19 breakdown, and he said, oh, let's talk Isaiah 19, 18, and 19. Oh, that's talking about Israelites living in Egypt, and geographical area known as Egypt. And Deacon Malachi said, oh, that's talking about America. So what is it? Now, if it is America, if you teach it's America, then you got to say that there's certain Israelites that's going to speak the ancient Hebrew. That's in the 18 and 19 verses, Isaiah 19.
And the women of our nation, they get their black asses right, you see? And what I mean by black, I mean all tribes, right? But let's go, though. 21, for then shall be great tribulation, such as tribulation.
And we're in this tribulation. We're in this tribulation right now. It's just going to escalate.
Pure hell, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So who the Lord gonna look out for? The elect, during these troubling times, during these perilous times, man, during these uncertain times, these spooky, gloomy, doomy, and risky times, man. Who is the Lord gonna look out for? The elect. It's right there. It's right there. There's something else that I want to get. These brains ain't really working, but look, the water you have, but she shot for them working a little bit. Them working a little bit is better than them not working at all. Let's go here. 168 hours in a damn week, and this devil say he wants you to at least work, 100 of them. You see, just to be able to pay your damn bills. People actually sleep driving, man. Sleep driving. St. Luke chapter 21. Just want to get this one point. That's why we're constantly praying that we're kind of ready to escape this shit. This ain't no joke.
When I was young, I used to sleep drive a lot, and the angel would drive for me. I'm dead serious, man. I'm dead serious. I used to fall fucking asleep in the fucking car and get home in one piece.
26, St. Luke 21:26, and it reads men's hearts, and they messing with the damn weather, got everybody damn sick, snow every damn well. People can't go to job, can't go to damn work, can't make no damn money. The damn rent man want his damn money. You ain't getting shit on them damn taxes. You've been working all damn year, pulling overtime and all this shit.
We're under the curses now. Esau's bitching about they need 2 jobs and 3 jobs. They got a husband and a wife team. They both working. One of the kids is working. And they still can't, and they still struggling. They're still struggling because guess what? The curses are slowly creeping on you Edomites now. Deuteronomy 30 verse 7. The curses are slowly creeping up on y'all. All the curses that we went through, you're going to start. And that includes slavery. That includes hardcore working in the field. Getting hung up on a tree and whipped.
You get shit on them damn taxes.
And let me say this. Do you know, if you go to Google, you don't got to take my word for it. Go ahead and check it out for yourself. We did a video, I think it was a sit down, maybe about 3 weeks ago, a month ago. And I said, when was the KKK formed? You know the year that the KKK formed? When they abolished slavery. When they abolished slavery in 1865, officially abolished slavery by the federal government. They formed the KKK, and they started lynching Jake and terrorizing Jake. So these are the true terrorists. This is why Trump wants to change the history books. He wants to erase it. You can't erase history. Sorry, let me do this. Having a debate on whether David wore brown sandals or black sandals. What was David's favorite weapon? You have a debate on that.
All this shit, man. This place got to go, man. This ain't the kingdom, all right? This ain't heaven, man. Don't get comfortable. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. St. Luke 21:26. Men's hearts, meaning their minds, fell in them for fear. And when the damn lights go out, man. When the water get cut off, because everything, you know what I'm saying, ran digital now. Your lights, your damn water, you pay your rent digital, all this shit now, man. You see? Men's hearts, many minds fell in for fear. And once again, if a man is scared, the damn devil, what the fuck is going to happen to you damn females? You're not strong. You're not independent. Come on, man, you're dependent on everything, and all of us are. You see, but more so you see. But if men are bugging the hell out, how much more that fee fair?
Yeah, if a man loses it, he'll knock somebody over the head and take it. You women ain't gonna do that. So you're gonna need a man with sensitivity, a man like me.
She's gonna really lose it, man. She's just gonna sit there on the damn ground and just shake, you see? Or gonna be trying to haul ass and they can't really run fast, you see? Men's hearts failing them for fear. And hell, you have to worry about them damn robot dogs, damn robots, damn iRobots, damn drones. All this shit there to get real, man. Sleeper cells, like that dude mentioned in the video. But we walk by faith now.
When you think of sleeper cells, you think of Arab terrorists in this country, and there's millions and millions of Arabs, Ishmaelites, Pakistanis, Iranians in this country. There's millions of them. They got generations and generations. You got these Arab tribes that don't speak a word of the Islamic language, or Arabic rather. They just speak English. They're Americanized. They got probably white girlfriends, Edomite girlfriends, or whatever, Edomite boyfriends. Whatever the case may be. So now, Nero's not going after these, what they used to say for years, oh, the sleeper cells are here. It could be a taxi driver. It could be the guys vending on the corner. It could be the Arab store at the corner or whatever. It could be the guy at the butcher shop who uses Arab descent. He could be a sleeper cell. He ain't going after sleeper cells because that was all made up any fucking way. He's just going after the Israelites, mainly the northern kingdom, but he's gonna go after the southern kingdom as well. Because remember, he had hate in his heart for the Israelites, mainly Judah, the kingdom of Judah, back 2,000 years ago when he was Nero. That is Nero. That's why he's in office, because the Most High put him in office. Ain't nobody voted this guy in office. The Most High the Most High rigs elections. He talking about the election was rigged. Who rigged the elections? The Most High. So that you can be in there.
Spiritual. 2/3, they're gonna have to get carnal. They didn't trust in the Lord. They're gonna have to actually get carnal. They're gonna have to actually, run up in the grocery stores, run up people's houses, and then next thing you know, you're gonna hear
Micah 5 and 7 on down to the end. What is it? Second Ezra's. Baruch, what is that? Baruch 4, the whole chapter, but mainly the 15th verse to the 25th verse, and really the whole chapter. And the land of their captivity, Baruch 2, they shall remember themselves. Stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivity, they shall remember themselves.
Boo, 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 boo. You already know what that is, right? And for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, that are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. So these things are coming upon the Pharaoh head. It's happening now. It's happening now. Let's see what all y'all want. I want to throw this in here right quick. I'm about to roll out. It's time to haul ass already. Word up. Don't want to give a damn about no hockey game, man. All hell breaking loose, man. So they're gonna search their houses, man.
And hell is gonna really break loose. If I believe, I got to look it up. That's read about the other day, a couple of days ago, about the Strait of Hormuz. If they block that, block that, gas prices would go up sky high. Every day the gas prices would go up. You're talking about you cool now. You used to bitch when you had to pay $2 a gallon, and there one time you was bitching that you got to pay. Right now you paying about $2.85, $2.90, $3, you know. So what you gonna do when you got to pay $13 a gallon, or $23 a gallon? The trucks, everything's going up. If the gas goes up in that manner, everything's going up. And then there's going to be shortages. And then you got to worry about paying your truckers more money, or they're going to go on strike. So that's when you're going to have shortage of foods in your markets. So we're in a time of Jacob's trouble. We're just not in the full throttle. We're not fully into it. And that's when these women are going to truly humble themselves. And we'll get the pick as to who we like. And they're going to be young too. They're going to be young too. And we want virgins, man. That's what we're supposed to get. You ain't got a woman because she got another man. As long that if she dealt with 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 20, 25, 200 men, then you number 221. She's not your woman. She's not your woman. Your woman is a woman that you get that's a virgin, that's never been touched by a man. You the first man to touch her. Mary was a virgin. She was an actual virgin. But that's a whole nother subject because Christians don't understand that.
2 Timothy 3:1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come, dangerous, serious, uncertain times. Remember, we prophesied of these days. We prophesied of, Ezra says, woe is me, woe is me. Who would deliver me from those days? He meant these days, these times. Ezra's prophesied of these times, man. Let's go here. Ain't gonna be no damn electric. It's gonna be cold as shit in them houses, man. And once again, the damn parking lot, you know what I'm saying, is a new damn apartment. Motherfuckers sleeping in their motherfucking, with a storage beds, all the mess. It's bad out here. And remember, the wicked is ruling the earth, and he don't give a damn about you. When the righteous are in authority, you rejoice. But when the wicked bear fruit, you mourn. 2 Address 14 and 16. 2 Address 14, 16. So, Bible shot, somebody can put it on the board in the Good News translation. For yet greater evils, bad times than those which thou hast seen and heard of shall be done hereafter. So it's going to get worse than any time period known in mankind. The Lord said, look, if he'll hurry up and speed up time, he'll say, ain't no flesh going to be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Shit hitting the fan right now. Right now, motherfuckers got fired. A whole lot of people got fired yesterday. All right, more people are going to get fired today. Let every last one of us spend our money wisely. Once again, let every last one of us. You hopeful elects out there, we don't give a damn about 2/3, you know what I'm saying, and these heathens. But for the hopeful elect men, the hopeful elect ladies, spend your money wisely. Spend your money wisely. Damn it, man, what part of that don't you understand? For look how much more the world shall be weaker through age, so much the more shall evils, bad times increase upon them that dwell therein. Shit getting tight right about now, man.
Hey, the fulfillment of the horse, the black horse, a measure of wheat for a penny and a measure of barley for a penny, and see thou hurt not the oil in the wine. That penny means a day wages to a Roman soldier. And that was good. They were making good money back there. You know? So, you know, prices are going to go up. People are arguing about prices are going up. They're going to argue about a new subject is there's no food to buy in the first place. Ever since the sea ragamuffin, you had these empty shelves. Remember? Prior to that, you didn't have no empty shelves. You go to these major supermarkets, certain things you'd be a bare shelf, or maybe one item, and they pull everything to the front. That's that shortage, man. Jacob's trouble has to come before the deliverance, the destruction, and the kingdom. And in the midst of Jacob's trouble, everybody's going to be chipped. We keep saying that.
I mean, when I say tight, I mean tight.
And then you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this. Let me switch gears a little bit. Let me just do this. I gotta go to the chat real quick. Chat it up with the chat. See what we're doing now when we do these videos, we analyze and psychoanalyze. That's why I'll pick a video and I'll say, oh, I'm listening to the elder, the brother, whatever, the apostle, the bishop, whatever. And I say, oh, I like this. The Spirit's on me. I'll analyze it. I'll work with them. As they doing their video, whatever precept or thought come to my mind, it comes out. Okay, what was I looking at? Damn. Oh, yeah. Revelation. Yeah, let me go to Revelation 6. 7 women shall take hold of one man. 7 women shall take hold of one man. 7 women shall take hold of one man. Learn how to learn. You're gonna learn humility. You're gonna learn how to humble yourself, or die, or you can die. Women don't like you don't like to die. Nobody likes to die, especially women. You don't want to starve to death. You don't have the power to knock somebody. You don't have the power, the inner strength to knock somebody over the head and take their groceries. Y'all women ain't like that. We run faster than you, you know? And you brothers get in shape, get in physical shape and eat the right foods. Get in mental shape. And everybody in GMS should be doing videos every day. I didn't say it's an order. I said you should be doing videos every day. But you should be doing videos. You gotta put work in the GMS, okay? You can't be a sideline. You just a guy on the sideline, man. We ain't dealing with that. And you can be in the crowd. Give me a second. Okay, I just want the exact verse so I can feed it to the chat. And Revelation 6:6 is talking about now. Oh, it's getting ready to happen. It's talking about our time. You had a story that I went into a couple of weeks ago about the bread riots. I'll look into that in a minute. The bread riots, where you had women, Edomite women. Let me do this. Let me do it this way. Bear with me for a minute, y'all. Okay. Come up here. Chat's been on point, so like I was surprised that when I went to chat and I asked them this question, what does Micah 4 verse 10 mean? And it did mention America. It said Babylon is America. Okay, there we go. Boom. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Here's how Great Millstone GMS typically interprets Revelation 6 verses 6. That shows you that the chat knows a whole lot about GMS. Like if you want to learn about GMS and you want to ask us, you could go to the chat. The chat, most of the 90% of the time, 95% of the time, they're going to tell you, they're going to give you our doctrine. You know? And then they always compare GMS doctrine of this particular scripture to IUIC and IUBK. So chat knows the major Israelite groups out there. The major Israelite groups are not these Yah Israelites and Yahweh Israelites. As Dr. Yaki said, he called them Yahweh. That's not the name of the Most High. And you came up under, although you cool, you good people, you know, but if we would talk to you, man, we would have to switch you up, you know? It says, anyway, it says, and I heard a voice in the midst of the 4 beasts. I'm sorry. Here's how Great Millstone GMS typically interprets Revelation 6 verse 6. It says, and I heard a voice in the midst of the 4 beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see thou hurt not the oil and the wine. You're not going to have, you're not going to be able to buy, it'll be a luxury for you to have a piece of steak or a hamburger. And they showed you that in the Demolition Man with Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes when he was underground and he ate a rat burger. He said, oh, this is pretty good. They were eating rat burgers. And that was set, the opening scene was set in 1996 where it was all chaotic. and it jumped into the future. I forget the exact year. Somebody help me out, but you can watch it on YouTube. It says this verse appears during the opening of the third seal, the rider on the black horse. A measure of wheat for a penny. Extreme inflation. Gotta give it up for the chat. Chat be on point. A measure of wheat for a penny. Extreme inflation and famine. Part of famine is hyperinflation. But what's worse than hyperinflation? What's worse than hyperinflation is the fact that you don't have no food if you got the money. That's why I said I wanted to go into the bread riots, where you had these white Edomite women, I'll go to it in a minute. It says GMS reads this very literally in economic terms. They teach it represents severe food shortages, and that's coming. Isaiah 65, it said the servants of the Most High shall eat. Hyperinflation. So if there's food there, it's going to cost you more money than you have. Economic collapse. I don't know if they went up there and told you, but now this guy, everybody should watch this. The president before the State of the Union. He's going to say he said, everything's good, and everybody knows that that's bullshit, man. Nobody takes this guy serious. Now they're talking about the 25th Amendment. Look that up if you don't know what I'm talking about. Look up the 25th Amendment. Put Trump in the 25th Amendment. Because the other day, he just walked off his stage. He just turned around and walked away. They were saying that about this guy, Joe Biden, that he would just walk off. And this guy's starting to do it. He's mentally, he's caving in. It says a controlled food supply. That's why you have the super rich, because the super rich are going to eat. The penny, Greek, denarius, which is Greek, it's actually a Roman coin, was a day's wage in Roman times. So they interpret it as a whole day's work will only buy a teeny amount of food. That's called inflation. Or hyperinflation, because the prices keep going up, because the money system, the value of the money system is going down. They often connect this to modern inflation. Actually, it's hyperinflation, supply chains disruptions, government rationing, and that you don't want that. Where the government gives out, you can only get this amount of food every 3 days. Pre-World War III economic collapse. The black horse, famine and economic control. GMS interprets the black horse as famine conditions, financial oppression, deliberate restriction of resources or food. They sometimes connect this to government control system. Right. Now, you're getting the food, you're paying more money for food, but you're getting less quality for the food. There's a thing called government price controls, where they say, you can't charge more than this, but then everything around you, the farm where you get the meat from, the oil, whatever, you got to pay more workers, so everything's going up, and you got to charge. You can't charge them beyond this point, so you're going to get crappy food. Learn how to make your own food. Learn how to cook your own food. Digital currency. Boo! Oh, man. I'm standing up right now for chat. I'm standing up, clapping for chat. I didn't even know this was going to be here, man. Thank you, chat. It says digital currency system preceding the mark of the beast enforcement. Let me read that again. They sometimes connect this to government control systems, digital currency systems. The whole money system is going to become digital. Then and eventually you're going to have a chip preceding before the mark of the beast enforcement. Now I'm going to ask him about the mark of the beast. What do you mean by the mark of the beast? Hurt not the oil and the wine. Let's see if they break this down right. This phrase gets more symbolic treatment. Common GMS interpretations include luxury items still available. They argue it means basic necessities become scarce. Luxury good. Nah, that doesn't mean that. The poor. See thou hurt not the oil and the wine is talking about the truth. The truth is known as oil, and it's also known as wine, and it's also known as bread, and it's also known as the breath. Spiritual interpretation, secondary oil. Okay, boom. Spiritual interpretation, secondary view. Sometimes they interpret oil equals spiritual understanding, wine doctrine. On point. Chat knows more than these other camps. Even during famine, the elect retain truth and spiritual nourishment, but the economic interpretation is more common. Yeah, it's spiritual. Isaiah 33:6. Stability of the times. Because when all hell breaks loose, you ain't going to have answers. You're looking for answers, and we have all the answers. How it fits their end time timeline. Economical in their framework, economic collapse, famine and inflation, Revelation 6:6, mark of the beast enforcement, World War III, Armageddon, nuclear destruction, deliverance of the elect. So Revelation 6 verse 6 represents the economic squeeze before total global breakdown. Because this place is becoming a third world country. I drive anywhere in certain parts of New York, in the Bronx. Bronx is Pothole City. They should change the name to Pothole City. But even when you go outside, like go to places like outside of New York, north of New York, you go to places in Westchester, and even in nice areas. You go to Scarsdale, they got potholes and shit. Not as bad as in the Bronx. It says, contrast with mainstream Christianity, traditional Christian interpretations often see the black horse as symbolic of general famine and tribulation. Okay, they see it. Not necessarily tied to modern America specifically. Oil and wine as either literal crops not yet destroyed, symbolic mercy. GMS, however, connects it directly to modern geopolitical system. We're living in a geopolitical world, right? Anything. Oh, the whole world is going to be watching this speech that Nero's going to make before the nation, the State of the Union. The whole world's going to see what he's saying. And they're going to say that's a fucking lie. That's bullshit. The economy's not doing good. He's going to tell you how great the economy is, how great the stock market is, how happy people are. You know? The guy's a habitual liar. He knows that he's lying to people. He knows that the people know that he's a fucking liar. But he just, I'm the greatest. He'll tell you, watch tonight. He's going to tell you how he's the greatest president that ever lived. This guy's not in his right mind. It's a Western economic collapse. Imminent prophecy unfolding now. Summary of GMS view. Revelation 6:6, hyperinflation, food rationing, class imbalance. Right, the rich and then the middle class is done away with pretty much. Government control, prelude to global war, and the mark of the beast. This is what I'm going to do. Give me, this is acting up. I didn't hit the fucking enjoy. Enjoy, whatever the hell you call it. Give me more info on GMS Israelites take on taking my time, y'all. Let's see what happens. Okay, here's a deeper look at how Great Millstone GMS connects economic collapse, Revelation 6:6, to what they call prelude to global war and the mark of the beast. So just further expounding upon this, economic squeeze comes first. GMS teaches in Revelation 6:6. Black horse represents hyperinflation, food shortages, government rationing, economic instability. They argue that the basic goods become unaffordable. And that's what everybody, including Edomites. Society becomes desperate. People are going to knock you over the head. They're going to bust in your houses. This desperation sets the stage for acceptance of a new controlled economic system. That's the digital system. Then comes the mark. Then you got to get the chip. People are going to be desperate because what they're going to do is victuals shall be good, cheap in the land. What they're going to do is to tempt you to take that mark. The prices are going to go down. Things are going to get better for a while. Victuals shall be good, cheap in the land. It says the mark of the beast, Revelation 13, and I was quoting pretty much from you can read 2nd Ezra 15 and 16. Read both of those chapters. Really, that's like one big chapter. Those two chapters are one big super chapter. It follows suit. It said the mark of the beast, Revelation 13, and GMS doctrine. The mark of the beast is literally physical implant, often identified as an RFID microchip, which we're the only group out there, bar none, we're the only group out there that break down perfectly the Revelation 13 and 16. Some guys say it's not even what we say. You're gonna look like fools when that time comes. You're gonna confuse your people. They're not going to know what to do. So now, if General Yohanan and Bishop Nate says they were wrong, then they might be part of the elect. I don't mind if they get saved. I hope they do get saved. Because at the end of the day they're Israelites. But I hope they wake up, because if you tell your people to go ahead and get it, you're done. The Most High he's taking you out. He's deleting you. And if your people blindly follow you, they're gonna get deleted too. A lot of people are gonna get. How many people are in America? The count is about approximately 350 million people. Let's say 300 million people get deleted. That's a lot of people. It said it will be required to buy and sell. It represents allegiance to the current global power structure, because it's going to be a power structure. This is not Nero's idea, Trump's idea. They reject symbolic only interpretation, and instead it is a literal device tied to economic participation to buy and sell. So if, like Bishop Nate says, I was wrong, he's going to look like a damn fool. Because the first thing you're going to say, well, wait a minute, that means we should be following GMS. We should be following GMS. If he happens to say, go ahead and take it, don't listen to GMS, and you take it, then you're destroyed. You can, well, he told me to take it, and I know he's a bishop. And well, meanwhile, the bishop's going to be destroyed too. He better hope that part of the dream with the oil was taken away from him and given back to him. He better hope the latter part of that dream come to pass. Revelation 13:16. And if he comes up under us, he's going to be humble, man. I'll be patting him on the head. You're all right. You're going to be all right, son. You're going to be all right. Revelation 13:16, 17, buying and selling restriction. Revelation 6, verse 6, economic hardship. Their logic, economic collapse creates the pressure that makes people accept the mark. Let me read that again. Their logic, economic collapse creates, first of all, you ain't got the money to pay for shit. And then even if you got the money, there's going to be bare shelves. So I believe that when they introduce the chip to you, and the digital system, then the chip, they're gonna fill them aisles with food. Cause that when all hell breaks loose, you don't think about buying a flat screen or a couch, or a dinner table or whatever, or a brand new car. You think about eating. All right. That's the first basic rule of survival. It says government control and digital system. GMS often teaches that a cashless society is being prepared. Digital currency systems are precursors. Crisis, war, pandemic, inflation are used to justify tighter control. There's a term, you can look this up too, there's a term, food as a weapon. Food as a weapon. It's bringing sanctions against other nations. They see Revelation 6 and 6 as the tightening phase before total enforcement. Enforcement of what? Of the microchip. Traditions into global war after economic collapse and market enforcement. GMS teaches the next phase is full-scale World War III. Right, this chip hasn't come before. I'm sounding like a broken record. I know I'm preaching to the choir, Nuclear exchange, the destruction of Babylon the Great, which they identify as America. They connect this to Revelation 18, Babylon destroyed in 1 hour. Chat knows more about us than we know about ourselves. Jeremiah 50 and 51, they know that. Jeremiah chapters 50 and 51, because we did a full breakdown on Jeremiah 50 and Jeremiah 51. And them are two powerful chapters that's taking place right now in our lifetimes. Ezekiel 38 and 39. Joel 3. I just did a video on Joel 3. Joel 3. I didn't even finish the whole. I believe I got to go back to it. Joel 3. Nations gathered for war. In their framework, economic collapse, mark enforcement, which is the mark of the beast, global war, nuclear destruction, the Messiah's return. Haven't I been talking about that? You're going to have the mark, 4 major events. Now, okay, let's do this. Mark enforcement, that's 1. Global war, nuclear destruction, that's 2. The Messiah's return, which is the deliverance, and the kingdom. It says why they see it as sequential. They interpret the seals of Revelation as progressive. Deception, war, give me a second. Deception, war, famine, economic collapse, death, 5 to 7, escalation toward final judgment, Revelation 6 and 6, is therefore not random. It is part of a build-up. Beautiful, on point. The role of the elect. GMS teaches the elect will refuse the mark. If you take the mark, you're not one of the elect. What if I take the mark? Can I be? No. If you take the mark, you're not one of the elect. If you're one of the elect, you will know not to take the mark. You identify this chip through the lens of Revelation 13 and 16. And we keep speaking about this. We keep speaking about it. So that there's no mistake. Refusal may mean starvation, persecution, or death. So you got to be ready for death. Some will be supernaturally protected, delivered, like John on the Isle of Patmos. Why, if Nero killed all the apostles, why didn't he kill John? Because the Most High put the spirit on him not to kill John, so he can be sentenced to the Isle of Patmos and to receive these end time prophecies, which we're experiencing right now. We're living in the book of Revelation, the fulfillment of the book of Revelation. Deliverance occurs during, you know me, I'm the prophecy man, you know? I goes into these prophecies, man. It says deliverance occurs during or just before nuclear destruction. This is why they emphasize preparedness, not physical stockpiling, but spiritually enduring. Now, what if you stockpile certain foods? There ain't nothing wrong. There ain't no law against that. You're being a little carnal, but you can do that. If there's a big major snowstorm, like the one that happened about a month ago, I went to the BJ's and there was big long lines. It was packed because people, like, they were anticipating that storm to be worse than what it was. It says this is why they emphasize preparedness, not physical stockpiling, but spiritually enduring, tone and urgency, unlike many Christian groups that see Revelation as symbolic or distant, because the Lord is not dealing with them. GMS teaches these events are imminent. These events are imminent. Part of the event that's part of the plan is chipping. That's a big, major part. When the chipping comes, guess what? We'll be out of here inside of a couple of months, in my estimation. We are currently in the early to middle stages. Economic instability today is evidence prophecy is unfolding. Thank you, chat. Chat is on point. If you was able to drink, I would buy you a beer, chat. Buy you a Corona. Important context. See, Christians are not talking about this. They're talking about the love of Jesus, and Jesus came for everybody, and the color doesn't matter. This is why we don't want Nate. We don't want Vocab coming around. Vocab is basic. He's basic guy. He's first grader. He don't know what's going on. God logic. He don't know what the fuck is going on. None of them. Abu Yabu. He don't know. God, what's this guy? There's this other guy. Damn, I forget his name. He never shows his face. I believe he's an Ephraimite. Anyway, it says, do not define mark of the beast as a specific. Right, that's Christians, right? GMS reads Revelation as highly literal, geopolitical current, sequentially unfolding now. Right, everything unfolding in a sequence. Mark comes first, deliverance, destruction comes next to, then the kingdom. It says, in short, when GMS says Revelation 6 and 6 is prelude to global war and the mark of the beast, they mean economic collapse is the pressure mechanism that leads to total control, the mark. Right? It says economic collapse. I'll read from right here. Economic collapse is the pressure mechanism that leads to total control, the mark. Even Alex said that when he had the speech. Interview with Aaron Russo, and Aaron Russo was talking about how Nick Rockefeller said we're going to chip everybody, and if you don't like what's going on, they can turn off your chip. And Alex Jones said, total control, right? That leads to total control. When they chip the whole world, that means they have total control, which then triggers worldwide conflict and divine judgment. The Yahweh Shai gets in the scene. Lift ye up your heads, for you know your redemption draweth nigh. It says, if you want, I can explain how the Hebrew Israelite groups differ from GMS, specifically on the microchip doctrine. That's one of the biggest dividing lines inside the movement. Thank you. That's the biggest controversy, the mark of the beast. I can also, let me see, if you want, I can explain how the Hebrew. Yeah, let me do this. I don't want to make this long, but you know how the spirit do. Let's go. Hope it's not too long. Within the broader Hebrew Israelite movement, the mark of the beast microchip teaching is one of the biggest dividing lines. The great millstone GMS is the camp most strongly associated with the literal microchip doctrine, right? And great millstone GMS is the camp most strongly associated with the literal microchip doctrine. Here's how other major groups differ. GMS position. Baseline. GMS teaches the mark of the beast, Revelation 13, 16, 17, is a literal RFID microchip implant. It will be required to buy and sell. It represents total allegiance to the current world power system, because it's going to be a world power system. Everybody on the planet is required to take it. It is a salvation issue, taking it guaranteed destruction. Taking it guarantees destruction. I'm sorry. They present this as a non-negotiable central end time doctrine. They also frame current digital currency systems and biometric technology as precursors. So now, other camps. I'm sorry. Let me do this. I went too far down. So chat knows the major camps. Come up here. I went down too far. Okay, so it says 2, Israel united in Christ. Differs in tone and emphasis. They generally avoid explicitly declaring the mark is an RFID microchip, and rigid terms focus more on obedience versus disobedience to the Most High, emphasizes spiritual lines to the oppressive system. Well, a spiritual allegiance to the oppressive system is taking an actual physical mark. While some IUIC teachers have acknowledged the possibility of physical enforcement systems, now they kind of slowly coming to what we're teaching. They do not make the microchip teaching as a central or dogmatic. Rarely preach it as aggressively as GMS. Let me read that again. Rarely preach it as aggressively as GMS. Avoid technological speculation. IUIC tends to keep their messaging more controlled and less apocalyptic in tone. We're more prophetic. We are more of a prophetic camp. ISUBK, Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, has historically emphasized that the mark represents alliance to the oppressive system, framed it more as political, spiritual submission, focused on system compliance rather than a specific implant device. Now, why can't they get it simple? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is not dealing with these guys. Because you got to get 100%. You got to understand the book, the whole book, 100%. Some ISB teachers have discussed technological enforcement possibilities. They're kind of leaning toward it now, but traditionally they have not made the RFID chip as doctrinally central as GMS. Let's go to the next one. We almost finished. Stick with me. Other camps vary positions. Smaller or independent camps vary widely. Now these pop-up camps, they what they did was they would either watch ISUPK, IUIC, GMS, this camp, that camp, and then they would kind of take things from GMS, or like what GMS says on this, but I don't agree on GMS on that. So, but with ISUPK saying I'm gonna go with this and this, that, and the third. Oh, the T-shirt thing, we got that from IUIC, so we're gonna have T-shirts. We're gonna have some fancy name on it, Men of the Most High, whatever. Anyway, Prophets of Yah, whatever. And then they're going to take, they're pretty much regurgitating what they learned from either of the groups. They took a little here, took a little there, that's why they're not major camps. Chat understands the major camps, the one Westers, or the major camps, period, are the one Westers, which is IUIC, ICPK, GMS, right? Sakari came out of GMS. Now, as far as I know, Sakari's no more. There's so many splinter groups, so the Most High broke it up. It says there's still people out there teaching, but I don't know the extent of their organization, you know? It says other camps vary positions, smaller or independent camps vary widely. Some fully agree with GMS microchip literalism. Some teach the mark is symbolic of mindset of disobedience because they're following these other camps. Well, I like the way ISUBK break it down, meaning the spirit ain't dealing with you. You just watching the camp that you like, and you're mimicking what they say. You're regurgitating what they say. It says some connected to government IDs or digital currencies. Yeah, but they got to go into the chip. They got to bring it all the way home. Others avoid detailed technological predictions altogether. Key differences in approach. Issue mark, microchip mark, GMS strong yes. Not strongly dogmatic. Dogmatic means like us. It's part of dogma that you believe in the mark. If you're a member of GMS and I believe everything the GMS, the apostles say and the bishops say, the elders say, but I just can't see the mark of the beast. Guess what? You're not a part of GMS. If we find out, you're out of there. We're going to question you on that. You know, we're going to interrogate you on that. And if you can't see it and you're honest, you can lie. But we're going to catch up to you through the spirit. You out of there, man. If you are part of GMS and you don't believe the mark of the beast is a microchip, you are out of there. Don't even question it. That's dogma. Look up the word dogma. It means decree. It says GMS strong, yes. IUIC not strongly dogmatic. Less emphasized. They don't really even talk that much about it. Well, they talk about it as much as IUIC. Anyway, tech was an issue. Tech speculation heavy. IUIC, GMS heavy. IUIC minimal. IUIC became moderate because they don't understand it because the spirit haven't opened up their minds. Central doctrine, core identity teaching. IUIC, secondary topic. IUCBK, secondary topic. This is a major topic. This is a major topic. Tone, urgent and apocalyptic. IUIC, structured and restrained. IUCBK, militant but system focused. Why this matters, initially inside the Hebrew Israelite world, the microchip doctrine functions as a watchman warning, right? Watchman's warning. Isaiah 62 verse 6, identity maker for GMS is sometimes criticized by other camps as overly speculative, is viewed by GMS as proof of spiritual insight. That's a beautiful one. Get a hand clap, chat. Is viewed by GMS as proof of spiritual insight. Let me say it again. Is viewed by GMS as proof of spiritual insight. We have the spiritual. Our eyes are wide open. Okay, this debate often reflects deeper differences about how literal revelation should be, how much to tie prophecy to modern technology, how aggressively to predict timelines. Big picture, boy, more information. Wow. Big picture. We almost finished. I know I'm going long. All these groups agree that the mark involves economic restrictions. Yeah, but they don't break it down right. It represents submission to an anti-God system. It precedes divine judgment. Right, it's coming before the destruction. Where they differ is whether it is specifically or definitively a physical RFID implant, and how central that claim should be. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say. Shalom. Matter of fact, let me do this. Come back over here. Let me open this up. Okay, nothing really has changed. I may watch this. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom. On to the next shalom.